So I am freaking out a little bit because I don't even know why I'm laughing. I'm supposed to pick up my husband. He was on a work trip in Vegas, and we're supposed to be going to the Finger Lakes this weekend. We have to leave tonight. And the Finger Lakes, it's like almost a 5-hour drive, you guys, and my husband's flight gets here at 10:30 at night. And I have to pick him up. And I'm just getting a little bit of anxiety. I don't really like driving at night. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I don't like driving at night. Like, I literally have to pep talk. I have to give myself a pep talk in the car before, going somewhere. So that's fun. But yeah, it's gonna be a really, really long drive. I just had a little bit of coffee, some espresso, so hopefully, we'll probably change gears a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean like I'll drive maybe an hour and then he can drive the rest because I don't like driving at night. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about or provide you guys with a recap. So I know in my last video I talked about like things that I was doing to take care of myself and how I was feeling after the loss of my son, which if you're new here, I did have a pregnancy loss April 18th. I was actually 19 weeks pregnant. I just recently found that out. For the longest time, I thought it was 18 weeks. So I was 19 weeks pregnant. I lost my son due to PPROM, which is premature preterm rupture of the membranes. And I was also diagnosed with incompetent cervix, which basically means that my cervix is too short to hold a baby, full term. I don't know if I touched base on this, but I did want to provide you with another update that's kind of put pregnancy/fertility journey on hold. So at my very first ultrasound when I was pregnant, my doctor at the time discovered that I had what she described as a dermoid cyst on my left ovary because she had done a transvaginal ultrasound and she wanted to check, my ovaries, and she noticed that there was some blockage on the left side, which she had said, you have a dermoid cyst. I don't think she told me the size at the time, and she kind of just, to be honest, she just brushed it off. Like, she was like, oh, it's no big deal, we'll monitor it, but it's not a concern. If it needs to be taken out, worst case, you'll get a C-section or something like that. So I thought, okay, like, I didn't pay any mind to it, but I noticed that for every appointment, I would bring it up to her. So every time I had an appointment, I would bring it up to her, like, hey, like, what about the dermoid cyst? Oh no, it's fine. Like, if you're not experiencing pain, it's fine. Which, this gets me so upset because looking back on it now, I was having some pain like on my back and my hip area on the left side. And I would bring that up to her and she told me that it was just round ligament pain. So again, I didn't think too much about it. I didn't really understand at the time like what a dermoid cyst was. None of that, So anyways, when I met with my maternal fetal medicine doctor after my loss, I had brought that up to him. And he said, well, what size is it? And I told him, I don't know. Like, my doctor at the time, she kind of brushed it off. She didn't tell me the size or anything. And he was like, oh no, I'm going to give you a referral for a pelvic exam. So I ended up doing that. I had the exam, it was like mid-August. Went to the exam, and it was terrible because they tell you to drink, I think, like a quart of water 1 hour before the appointment. And as soon as I got there, I had to pee so bad. And I'm telling the front desk, the receptionist, like, listen, like, I know you guys told me that I had to drink, you know, X amount of water, but like, I have to go. And she's telling me it's okay, like, they'll be right with you, you know, just hold it, because if you pee now, we're gonna have you drink again, and then you have to wait longer. You have to wait an hour, because they want your bladder to be completely full. I guess they're able to see the images better during the ultrasound. So I get to the room, and the tech is checking me. She does an ultrasound over the stomach, almost like, you know, when you're pregnant. And then she does a like a transvaginal ultrasound, and she tells me, "Do you not you're not experiencing any pain?" I'm like, "No, like not really." Mind you, at this time I was having some weird symptoms, but I thought I was like deficient in like some vitamins, and that's part of the reason why I started eating really healthy and like taking vitamins religiously. So she's like, yeah, you have a very large, what looks to be like a dermoid cyst. It's very large. I can't even see part of your left ovary. Your left ovary is enlarged, like it's really bad. So I'm like, great. So she sends the results over to my maternal fetal medicine doctor. He calls me later that week, and he's like, we need to get this taken care of like right away. You need surgery ASAP. He's like, look, you're 29. Not to burst your bubble, but you're not getting any younger. And I know that you really want to try, you know, for another baby. So unfortunately, he doesn't perform that kind of surgery. I think the surgery that he had mentioned, or I guess that I would be getting, is called a I don't even know how to say it. Laparoscopy? Laparoscopy, I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. But he gave me a referral for another doctor, a high-risk pregnancy doctor, actually, that's based here in New Jersey, and he's supposed to be excellent with that type of procedure. So I have an appointment on the 14th, and I'm really nervous about it. I think it's gonna be like probably a consultation just to kind of meet the doctor. I don't know what happens from there. I'm sure they're gonna have to run their own tests, you know, blood work, and maybe another ultrasound and MRI, maybe. I don't know. But let me tell you, the symptoms I've been having are crazy. Like I feel like I'm going crazy. I went to the Dominican Republic with my parents for 8 days, and I was okay there, but I have been getting dizzy spells, like really bad, to the point that sometimes I can't drive, I can't go on long walks, I can't stand for a long period of time. It's like really weird. So I thought that I was like, deficient in something. But it started getting worse. Like I would get really woozy. So I took it really easy when I was there. I really couldn't do much. I stayed in my parents' house most of the time because I couldn't do anything. And so ever since I came back, which was a week ago, I have been getting like the worst pains, like on my left side. Like I can feel that something's there. I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of like period cramps times 10 only on my left side, like on my ovary. Like I can feel, like it feels swollen, and the dizzy spells have been like just out of control. Today, luckily, like I feel okay, and I feel okay to drive, but like there have been moments that I'm like, dude, I can't do anything. I like all I can do is lay down. Like I can't even sit. It's like really, it's been so depressing. I've been having to cancel plans with people. I just haven't been able to do anything, like, and I don't want to go to the hospital because I feel like if I go to the hospital, then maybe I'll have to get an emergency surgery. And I really want this doctor to do the surgery. Like, you guys know, like, more than anything, like, I want to be a mom. I want to be able to conceive again. And, you know, God forbid something goes wrong. Like, I don't want to take that chance. Like, the 14th is only a few days away. So I'm just trying to be patient and, you know, just trying to take it easy as best as I can. I think what I'm most nervous about with the surgery is them having to remove my ovary, because I've heard that could happen when you have a cyst that's that large, or a cystic tumor, actually, in my case. So I am a little nervous. But I have heard that you could get pregnant with only one ovary. But still, like, it's really scary, because then what if something happens to the other ovary, you know? Like, nobody wants to lose an organ. So, I don't know. I've just been really, really stressed out about it. I've been praying a lot and just trying to stay positive. I was actually almost going to cancel this trip this weekend, but I figured, you know, we're not gonna do anything out there, really. We rented a lake house in the Finger Lakes, really to just spend time with our friends, another couple. Yeah, so I figured, you know what, if I'm laying low here, like, I can do that, you know, somewhere else. Better yet, with company, you know. So I think it'll be good. The drive is long, so I am a little bit worried. I don't know how I'm going to handle sitting for that long, so we'll see. I will report back. I'm going to show you some clips of this weekend and kind of tell you how it goes, and then I'll try to give you like a tour of the place that we're staying. Which, speaking of tour, I know I mentioned in my last video that I was going to try to do a house tour. Y'all, I gotta clean, I need to organize, like, that's like a whole production in itself. Like, I want it to look really nice, and if this weekend, if everything goes well, tomorrow on the drive back, there is an antique shop that I really want to check out. So hopefully, if I'm feeling okay, we'll take a look and hopefully find some pieces, because we are in need of some pieces in the living room. There are some walls that are very bare, and yeah, but that video will be coming soon, just not that soon. All right, talk to you later.